Everybody, I hope you're doing well. It is 8:04, so I'm just a few minutes late. Sorry about that. I've got it streaming over on YouTube, so let me grab that link and share it to Facebook, but let me swap these screens. I think I finally got it set up right so that you know what I'm looking at, and I'll be able to watch for comments on the big screen. So let me grab this link and share it over on Facebook. Copy. What's this over here? The page. All right, I still have to lean in over here because that's where the computer's setting. So hang on one second. There we go. Post it. All right, now let's make this big again so I can see comments. Woohoo! I hope that you are doing well, and maybe you see a little bit of rearranging stuff behind me. So that's been fun. Anyway, what's going on in the world of Brenda? Brenda Sellers in Knoxville, Tennessee, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I hope that you guys had a great weekend. I did, got a little bit of sunshine, so it's all okay. And so this coming Saturday is my craft fair for the Boston Huff Festival in Townsend, Wares Valley area. So you can find that information on my Facebook page. I'll be there from 10 until 5 on Saturday. Let's pray that it doesn't rain. And Monday is Memorial Day. So I got a 3-day weekend. Granted, I'll be working all day Saturday at the craft fair, but that's okay. All right. And then Monday is the live again. And then I get to go do a craft retreat with some fun friends and just craft for 4 days, 5 days. So that's going to be a great time. Anyway, you didn't come here to watch all of this little commentary. If you are wanting to get into the meat of things, go ahead and fast forward and let me share my screen. It's kind of odd watching that because it's very delayed. All right, share my screen, advanced, this camera, share. Okay. Scoot you this direction. And move the mouse. All right, we are going to play with colors and contour. We're going to use this stamped image in a minute. And I got this in the mail from my upline. I need to mute that. Sorry, 1 second. Put it on do not disturb. There we go. So as a nice little gift. So I haven't even opened them. They just came in the mail today, and then I got busy doing other things. So such is life. So we're going to open them, and we're going to see what these nested labels, and they're called nested essentials dies. And then after the video, I will put them on their magnetic card. Slide that out. Ooh, look at these fun shapes. And then we're gonna play with this shape. So let me get it off of the I tend to lay them down on the table just so that we're going to use this big block so that it gets its shape back. And then I'm going to see which one of these little guys it'll fit in. Looks like it's the big one. Yes. All right. But look, there's these squished rectangles. There's these round rectangles, rounded corners, and then banners. So isn't that fun? Can't wait to keep playing with those. All right, so we have our flower mounted on a block. We have the die that we're going to use. We are going to play with Highland Heather as our card base. And it was already cut. I got it out of the rack over there. And so this piece I need to cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. So let's do 5 1/4. And it's already 4. Okay. And then let's see if this will fit on here. We're just going to run it through on this piece. I want to make a negative so that we can use a blending brush. So let me get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Since this piece of paper is too big to go through the mini, I grabbed the big one and the plates. And I'm going to go like towards the side so I can get a couple of them out of it if I wanted to. Back on the. Now I can use this piece for something else. That's the piece I want. Put that down, get the plates out of my way. Big Boss goes back on her shelf. Notice it's not behind me. All right, and now, oh, okay. This isn't going to play like I wanted it to. I wanted little ones, but it's okay. Two is in the center. Yes, I'm being a little OCD on this one. Sorry. And I'm going to use a Post-it note to hold them together. All right, and I'm going to use color. Let's go with Bubble Bath. It's a new pretty color. And I'm grabbing a blending brush, reaching over there. It's got pink on it. I bet it was Fresh Freesia. So that will be totally fine. Make sure it doesn't have any lint on it. It's here, and I'm going to grab another piece of grid paper so that I can daub on that before I start on here. It's getting a good amount of ink on there. I always start on my blending brush off to make the first daub. And because I got this really close to the edge over here, I need to be careful and not come past that. I know a lot of our demonstrators for Stampin' Up are on a cruise. They earned the incentive trip, which I know it's less than 0.1% of the demonstrators who do, but I hope that my friends are having fun. From some of the pictures, it really looks like they are. And so I don't like my hair falling in my face. That's why I'm tucking it in my shirt. Sorry. I usually have it pulled back when I'm bent over the table. All right, it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's enough for that. Let's close this up. Pull our little frame off of here. See, isn't that pretty? And I can leave that there. Now I'm going to get our flower and put some Memento ink on it. I could have used petal pink, or I could have used, not petal pink. That's not petal pink. Bubble bath, or I could have used our Highland Heather, and that would have been pretty too. But let's, oh, I need my, because it's a photopolymer stamp, it needs a little extra cushion underneath it. I'm going to stick this right inside. I hope I didn't just make it ghost or shadow. Oh, that's so pretty. Like that. All right. But it needs something else. So it's, this stamp set has these little guys. Like splatter. All right, let's lay that there. Grab a little block. I'm going to use bubble bath. Stamp off, stamp on. Stamp off, stamp on. I don't know why I'm stamping over there again. I don't know how many of you are NCIS fans, but I just watched the last episode of NCIS LA. Then they did a nice little tribute at the end. That was nice. It was really nice. All right. And now let's see which sentiment will fit right there better. Happy for you fits. Let's use very happy for you. And we are going to stamp that in Highland Heather. I saw Sarah with Stampin' Up do this kind of thing on another card with the smaller one. And I thought, I've got to try that. I want those dies so I can try it. So this is the first try. It is not the same card that she did. And I am loving it. But now it needs some ribbon. So let's grab bet this ribbon is retired. But you know, I'm going to say use what you've got. So let's go with a white ribbon. This crinkle is also retired, but use what you've got. I'm sure that everybody has a spool or two of it, or they have another kind of white ribbon. This is the crinkle whisper white. This is whisper white, crinkled seam binding ribbon. It is not the most easy to tie a bow with, and you are on the wrong side. It's light and thin and so if you want the nested essentials, they are in the catalog. They do not coordinate with any of the stamp sets, so they're standalone, but you saw how cool they are. Okay, not happy with that ribbon or with that bow. Hang on. It's because I'm on camera, right? Doesn't that happen to everybody? Y'all, I can't tell you how excited I am to get to go craft with a bunch of girls, ladies, for almost a week. Well, Wednesday to Sunday. So 4 days, 4.5 days. That is going to be so fun. There will be Stampin' Up. There will be scrapbooking. There will be playing with our crickets. There will be paper pumpkins. Did I say that already? I'm sure there'll be somebody doing diamond dots. There'll be somebody doing, I think, chalk couture this time too. And oh, I'm almost out of that one. And there just lots of stuff. It's bring whatever you want to play with and work on it. Get caught up on your crafts. All right, so lay that to the side, pull that back in. Let's grab some adhesive. And the best thing about it, we don't have to cook. Where it's hosted, she does the cooking. I love that card. That tells a little too. Here, let me trim it. There we go. All right, it needs some bling. Glossy dots. Those are a little purple. Let's see what else is over here. butterflies. It's getting butterflies. The pearls would look pretty. These are definitely expired, guys. But we're going to use them because we got a partial pack. I think they'll be better than the butterflies. All right. Take your pick tool. Pastel pearls. 1. Come off of there. 2. There. I love that card. And using up some of the retired stock because I love those pastel pearls. All right, let's see. If I've got a narrower flower. No, not that one. Nope. Nope. Oh, wait. These will work. All right, let's do another one. Dainty Delight. Let's do it with Fresh Freesia. Big enough one. I kind of wish I had a hair tie in my pocket. I don't, but I got a pencil. Make sure the lid's in. That'll work. Okay. All right. So tonight, if you want to make these cards, or you want these cards as, trying to think. Slow down a second, Brenda. This can be a card class. So if you place a $50 order, not 50, a $35 order between now and Monday, I will send you enough cardstock to do the cards that I'm making tonight, and I'll send you 2 of each. How's that for a sweet deal? All right, we're going to score this Fresh Freesia at 4 1/4. And we are going to cut it at 5 1/2. And I will also include the blanks that you'll need, but there will be no ink and no stamped images. So you'll use what you've got. And then we need another piece of basic white. And we're going to cut that. I'm going to cut it in half and then cut it in half again. Actually, that's how I measure to know what to cut. So this little guy is about 1.5 inches. So I want it to be 2 inches. Actually, I'm going to go 2.5 inches so that I've got enough so that when I go the blending brush around it, it'll have enough space. All right, this will fit through the mini, and it's easier to show you because it fits under the camera a little better. I'm putting it in the middle of this basic white so that when I use the blending brush, it will, I won't have to be so careful about how far over I get and that kind of stuff. You are welcome to chat. I think I have the chat set up and I can see it tonight. So thank you for watching. It looks like there's a couple of people watching. That's fun. I'm going to save these white pieces because I can use them for something else. Let me go back over here. Close up the mini. So we're using fresh freesia. Cut it as our card base. This is going to work like I want it to. So I forgot to cut this piece. We need it to be 5 1/4. By 4. And then that will fit on our card base. Bring in my piece of scrap. And we used fresh freesia. We're going to put Highland Heather in the middle, bubble bath, and fresh freesia. Actually, I think I'm not going to use Highland Heather. I'm going to go with these two. This one in the middle and that on the sides. So. And look what I learned. There's Post-it tape. Who knew? So I'm going to tack this guy to the grid paper on the 2 corners. Then I'm going to put this one in the center-ish. Straight as I can. Because I don't want it to move. I'm grabbing that piece of Post-it note. And there we go. Yeah, it's Post-it note, labeling, cover-up tape. I had no idea it existed. I saw it. Fresh freesia is going in the middle. One of the card. What am I trying to say? I participated in an event online, and this was in one of the tutorials. They used the Post-it note tape. And it's like, oh, that is a brilliant idea. Dab it down there to get rid of the first little blotch because it doesn't. It's hard to buff that out. Okay. That was fresh freesia. Now we're going to do bubble bath, and we're going to slide this little guy over. Hard to see where the edges are. Just gonna let him get there. And I'm gonna use the one that has pink on it instead of the darker purple so that I don't contaminate my ink pad. And plop it on the ink or on the And I'm sure if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that when I'm concentrating on something, I stop talking. So sorry about that. It's just me. All right, I think that's enough on that one. And so let's see if we can get this one about the same distance. And we're going to use bubble bath on it as well. Again, if you place a $35 order, I will send you enough card templates to do 2 of each of the designs and the negative so that you can do your blending brushes and the colors that you want to use. Making sure I get it right down there in that little. I think I bought some miniature ones and I don't know where they're at yet. Probably still in a box. Okay, put this off. And the reason I use the Post-it note tape is because it won't rip my paper when I get ready to pull it off. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, so now we need our stamp that we're going to put in the middle of it from Dainty to Light. Oh, doesn't need the foam mat. It's this guy. And lock. I'm going to stamp it with the colors that we'll just see how dark it gets. Actually, let's stamp it over here first. Nope, that'd be too light. So if I stamp it with Highland Heather, I'm going to stamp these 2 with Fresh Freesia. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm excited. I love it. That's pretty. And now Highland Heather for this guy. And because this is a darker ink pad than the other ones, I don't have to clean it, but I'll stamp off a couple of times. Just so I don't contaminate my ink pad. I love it. It's so pretty. All right, over here to the side. Now it needs a sentiment. Oh, I know what I'm going to use from the color and contour one. Where is it at? way I can get it in the mail tomorrow. It says here for you now. I have a coworker who just lost a family member, and I think that'll be the perfect sentiment. And that block's not big enough. And that one's overkill, but it'll work. Let's put it at the top. And our mat. Because I had to grab a photopolymer one. And let's put it in the center. That's pretty. All right, and I'm going to over there. I'm not going to put any ribbon on this one. It's going to get some bling, yes, but it's not going to get ribbon. Sometimes you just need just a little. You don't have to go overboard like I just did with the adhesive. But I also wanted to show you a different way to use your dies. Isn't that a great way? And I'm going to smoosh it down. All right, and we are going to go back with the pearls. Oh, come off of there. Let's put one right here. It's got a piece of fuzz. Let's put one right here. What do you think? Do you like that one? If you're watching on Facebook, the replay, let me know what you think. I just think these are pretty. That one I probably should have used one of the coordinating inks, but it's still okay. Like I could have used the Highland Heather in there and it would have been great, but it pops. All right. Now, we need a third card. So let's think about that for a second. Oh, I know what we'll do. We're going to use the other Highland or Fresh Freesia card base. Get that out of my hand. Go ahead and fold this. This is totally stamping on the fly. This was not a planned class, but here it is. So again, if you want these 3 cards, place an order of $35 and I will get them in the mail to you. That easy. All right. I need a card base. I'm gonna layer this one a little bit. So let's get, that's Fresh Freesia, Bubble Bath. And we're going all pink tonight. And I'm okay, pink, purple. I'm okay with that. Let's do this at 5 1/4. By 4. And that will go right there. And you know how it said we would save that and use it for something? We are going to. So let's put this flower from Dainty Delight in there. It's all ready to go. Where's my scrubby? I had my desk all cleaned up so that I could have plenty of space. And now I feel like I'm piling it with the stuff that we're using. And that's okay. One of these days, I'll have my space like I want it. So lay you over here with your buddies. I'm going to use you. And you are going to get stamped with Fresh Freesia. And again, because this one has, it's a rubber mounted stamp, it doesn't have to have the paper piercing mat to give it some extra cushion. That's pretty. I like that color. Of course I do. It's Fresh Freesia. It's a shade of purple. Now let me get the bubble bath blends. And color them. And I haven't had time to put my labels on them. So these are easier if you hold the barrel of the marker or blend in your hand and push off that way. Don't tug it and pull real hard because you don't want to mess up your blend. So I'm going to color the flowers with bubble bath. There's a little bud. There's a little bud. Those are leaves. Okay. And now what soft green? Your Keep Party is a woohoo. Let's use it. I think. Yep, we're going to use it. And I'm going with the light one. They almost look like they're fluorescent. It's a weird plant. It's okay. Hi, thank you for watching. If you've logged into your Google account, you can comment and I can see the chats. So you're welcome to chat with me. So we're going to have fluorescent leaves on our little plant here. Oh, now they've turned yellow. All right, that's not cool. Let's grab a different color. I'm getting a light granny apple green. We'll see what it does. Just mix them. That looks better. Not perfect, but better. At least they don't look like they're yellow and dying. Much, much better. Okay. So this one, do we have any bubble bath ribbon? I don't think so. I used Fresh Freesia. We're going to use this Fresh Freesia ribbon. And I got plenty to share. So because this spool hasn't been open. There I go again. I stopped talking, but maybe you like it better that way. I don't know. You can leave me comments. And I'm going to get a better pair of scissors to cut this with. And that's going to go slide on dimensionals. That'll work. On our card base. Dimensionals are within easy reach. One more for good measure. Right there. Another friend said that if you get those little plastic, like 2-ounce cups from the dollar store or something, set them on your desk, they collect the static cling of the dimensionals. And it's a great little place to start catching them as you are putting them in your car or taking the backs off. All right, there's that. I should have embossed that, but that's okay. So to step it up, you can emboss the bubble bath layer. Nope, that would look funny. That's not going on there. But let's see if we've got a small circle. I moved my punches. Don't want it oval. No, I think we're good. I don't think I'm going to put a sentiment on that one. But where are our pastel pearls? There's some pink ones on this one. I'm sure it's right under my nose. It is. Oh, pretty. One right here. All right, there we go. Slide, clean off this so that you can see all 3 cards. We used blending brushes. We used 2 different stamp sets tonight because we wanted a smaller flower. We started with this card. That is Highland Heather and Bubble Bath. And then we went to this card, Fresh Freesia and Bubble Bath. And this one doesn't have a sentiment, and I like the simplicity of it. Does that get all of them in there? Let's raise this up. There we go. And move the. What do you think? Let me know. Leave me a comment. So 1, 2, 3. I like the softness of these 2. That one's like boom right there, but they're still pretty. All right, let me stop screen sharing. Okay. Thank you for watching. And remember, if you decide to place an order, use the host code. I'll pop a link in the comment section. And for a $35 order, I will send you enough to make 6 cards, so 2 of each design. And I will send you the cutout piece so that you'll have your negatives so that you can use your own blending brushes. 1 of each size. How about that? All right. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Go do something.